Your 7-year-old is in the bath. You're sitting on the closed lid of the toilet, scrolling through your phone, half listening. She's been washing her hair without saying anything for a while.
If you're listening, something at home has shifted. Maybe recently, maybe a long time ago. Welcome, I'm Remy. This is CoParentSpace, the calm space for parents and children living between two homes. What you'll hear is grounded in attachment science and clinical research. It isn't therapy, and it isn't medical or legal advice. If you or your child are struggling, please talk to someone who can help in person. This is a quiet place to think. It doesn't take sides. Here's today's piece.
Tuesday evening. Your 7-year-old is in the bath. You're sitting on the closed lid of the toilet, scrolling through your phone, half listening. She's been washing her hair without saying anything for a while. Then, without looking at you, she says it. Why aren't you and Daddy together anymore? You weren't ready. You weren't going to be ready. Whatever you say in the next 10 seconds is going to be remembered. Whatever you can't quite say is going to be remembered too. Today's episode is about that question. It comes in many forms. Why did you get divorced? Why doesn't Mama live here? Why aren't we a family anymore? Why did you leave Daddy? Why did Daddy leave us? The question runs along the same fault line every time. Why? It's the question you cannot fully answer. The article is about answering it anyway. Why this question is so hard. The question is hard because it sits between three different things you are trying to do at once. You want to tell the truth. The child is asking a sincere question. They deserve a real answer, not a brush off. Ages 13 to 17. The teenager can hold the most adult version of this conversation. They can also detect evasion most acutely. The right answer at this age is the most honest, most age-appropriate version. We weren't working as a couple anymore. We had been trying for a long time. We decided that staying together would be worse for us and for you than separating. If the teenager pushes, you can offer slightly more shape, but not specifics. There were some things that became hard between us that I'm not going to share because they're not yours to carry. I will say that nothing is one person's fault. It was both of us, and it's not you. Teenagers will also sometimes ask the question with anger or judgment attached. How could you do this to us? Why didn't you try harder? Why didn't you just stay together? These are not really questions. They are grief in the shape of accusation. Don't engage with them combatively. Sit with them. I hear you. I understand why you're angry. I wish it hadn't gone this way for you. Then separately, when they're calmer, the actual conversation can happen. The version that's true and unflattering. There's a category of why that's harder than the rest. The version where the unflattering truth involves the other parent. Sometimes one parent has done something that genuinely caused the separation. An affair, a pattern of drinking, a failure to show up over years. The child eventually will ask about it. They may already half know. Did Daddy leave for someone else? Did Mama drink too much? Were you the one who decided? The instinct to tell the truth in this case is strong, especially for the parent who feels they were wronged. The instinct to protect the other parent's relationship with the child is also strong in most parents. The two instincts pull in opposite directions. The principle that holds, even when the unflattering thing is true, the child needs both parents to remain accessible to them. A child who is told age 8 that Daddy left for someone else files that. They will carry it into every visit with Daddy. They will watch Daddy with a different filter. They will often distance themselves from Daddy in a way that costs them their father. The strategy is to hold the unflattering truth back from the child until they are old enough to integrate it. Old enough is roughly late teens, and the conversation is led by the child, not by you. I want to know what really happened is the door opening. You can then offer some of the truth,
calmly, without ammunition framing, with the recognition that this is information they're choosing to receive. Before that point, the answer to why stays general. Things became hard between us in a way we couldn't fix. This is true. It does not name the specific. The child gets to keep both parents. 2 exceptions. First, if there has been abuse, violence, or harm to the child, the safety conversation overrides the protective relationship conversation. Module 17 covers these circumstances. Second, if the other parent has made the unflattering thing public to the child themselves, you no longer have to hold the secret. You can name it carefully and proportionately, while still not making it ammunition. In all other cases, hold the line. The unflattering truth, if it lands too early, costs the child a parent. The child cannot afford that cost.
When the question lands and you're not ready. You will not be ready every time. Sometimes the question arrives on a Wednesday evening when you're on the phone with someone from work, or you've just sat down after the longest day, or you've just had a hard exchange with your co-parent and you can feel your own anger sitting right at the surface. In these moments, the rules. Don't answer immediately if you can't answer well. That's a really important question. I want to give you a real answer. Can we talk about it after dinner, when I finished this, in the bath tonight? This buys you 10 minutes to compose yourself. Then come back. Don't let it slip. The child will check. You said we'd talk about it. Don't answer if you can feel anger or grief sitting in your throat. Whatever you say in that state will be heard as a verdict on the other parent. Even "we weren't happy" lands differently when you say it through clenched teeth. Take 5 minutes. Splash water on your face. Then answer. Don't lecture. The temptation, when finally answering, is to give the careful explanation you've been building in your head. The child needs 3 or 4 sentences, not a speech. Mama and I weren't happy together. We tried things, and they didn't make it better. We decided to live in 2 houses. We still love you the same. Does that make sense? Don't ask them why they're asking. This puts the burden back on the child. They asked because the question came up. They don't need to defend the asking. Don't promise more than you can deliver. "You can ask me anything, anytime" is a beautiful sentence, and it sets up the parent for failure when the next "why" lands at the wrong moment. Better, "I'll always try to talk to you about this when you ask. Sometimes I'll need a few minutes to find the right words." That's okay. What the child is actually asking. The question is why. The actual ask underneath is one of these. Am I safe? Most common in young children. The child is asking whether their world is still solid. Did I cause this? The magical thinking child, especially at 4 to 8. Are you okay? The older child, who has been watching you. They are checking whether the parent in front of them is okay. Can I still love both of you? The child who can feel they're being asked to take sides, even when they aren't. Will this happen to me one day? The teenager, sometimes, who is starting to think about their own future relationships. The most useful thing a parent can do, often, is to name what they think the underlying ask is and address that, in addition to the literal why. You're asking why. I'll tell you. I also want you to know that you're safe. Both of us are here for you. You can love us both. You didn't cause this. The child may not nod when you say it. They will absorb it. The body files it. What to say when you genuinely don't know? Sometimes the honest answer is that you don't know. The separation happened. You're not sure why, in a steady way. You have your version and the other parent has theirs, and they don't match. The integration hasn't happened yet. You can say that with the right framing. Honestly, sweetheart, I'm still working out for myself what happened. I think Mama and I just stopped being able to be married well. I think we both tried. I'm not sure I have a clear answer yet. I'll tell you more when I do. This is sometimes the most honest answer available. It is also the most relieving for the child, in the right form. They are off the hook for needing a clean story. They learn that adults don't always have the clean story either, and that not having it doesn't mean the world is falling apart. The thing not to do when you don't know is to invent. Daddy was working too much might be a story you tell yourself, but if it's not steadily true, don't hand it to the child. They will hold it as fact. Months later, when you've integrated and the story has shifted, the child will still be holding the first version. Closing. Why is the question you cannot fully answer. It is also the question you have to answer in fragments over months and years every time it comes up. The shape of the answer stays roughly the same. We weren't happy together. We tried. We decided to live in 2 houses. We still love you. Nothing about this is your fault. We're still your parents. The texture changes with the child's age and the moment. The principle holds. The age-appropriate truth, delivered slowly, with room for follow-up.
You will not get every answer right. The child will remember the texture more than the words. Whether your voice was steady, whether you sat down to answer instead of answering over your shoulder, whether you came back to the conversation when you had said you would, whether they felt loved through it. Tuesday evening, the bath. The question lands. The hair is still half rinsed. You set down the phone. You take a slow breath. You say what you can.
You want to protect them. The full adult truth is not a load they can carry. Whatever you say will live in them. Whatever you say about the other parent will become part of how they think about that parent. You want to not lie. Children read evasion clearly. Mummy and Daddy just decided lands as evasion even when offered with love. The child knows there is more to it. They are asking because they have noticed that something more is there. These 3 things rarely all fit in the same sentence. The work of this episode is to find sentences that fit all 3. There's also a 4th thing, which is harder. You are still living inside the answer. You haven't fully processed what happened. You might not know yet, in a steady way, why you and your co-parent are no longer together. The question your child is asking is also sometimes the question you are asking yourself. Answering it for them with calm clarity while you don't have calm clarity is part of what makes this so hard. The principle, restated. The principle from Article 1 applies here, sharpened. The child doesn't need the adult truth. The child needs the age-appropriate truth, delivered slowly, with room for follow-up. The age-appropriate version of why is almost always one of 3 shapes. We weren't happy together anymore, and we tried to be, and in the end, we decided we'd be better as friends than as partners. Our marriage stopped working. That doesn't mean our family stopped. We are still a family. We just live in 2 houses now. Sometimes grown-ups change in different directions. Mom and I changed in different directions. We still love you the same. All 3 of these are true at the level of summary, even when the underlying story is more complicated. They give the child enough to understand the shape of what happened without putting the adult mess in their hands. The thing to hold against is the impulse to add detail. Most parents, in the moment, add a sentence too many. We weren't happy. Daddy was working too much. I felt lonely. And then things just got too hard. That extra sentence carries weight. The child files it. Months later, the daddy was working too much will come back, attached to a feeling, in a way that wasn't intended. The shorter answer is better.
The shorter answer is also harder because it requires you to feel uncertain in the moment instead of filling the silence. The pattern of the question. The question almost never arrives once. It arrives in waves, over months, in different forms, often at moments when you are not braced for it. In the bath, in the car on the way to school, at the supermarket while looking at cereal, at the playground in the middle of a conversation about someone else's parents, at bedtime just as you were going to leave the room, in the kitchen while you're cooking and not quite paying attention.
The question keeps coming back because the child is processing in fragments. They are not asking the same question over and over. Each time, they are asking a slightly different version, calibrated to what they know now versus what they knew last time. The 5-year-old's why is not the 7-year-old's why. The 7-year-old who asks again at 9 is asking something different. The work, for the parent, is to recognize that each instance is a fresh question, not a repetition. The answer can be the same general shape. The texture has to fit the moment. Age by age. The right answer at 4 is not the right answer at 14. The shape evolves with the child. Ages 2 to 4. The child does not yet have the cognitive architecture for why in the adult sense. They are asking, in effect, days and daddy's house some days. We both still love you. You'll always have both of us. The word why might not even be in the child's question. They might ask, where is daddy? Or why is there no mama in this house? The answer is the same. Simple, concrete, reassuring. Ages 4 to 7. The child is beginning to ask why in the adult sense, but they cannot yet hold causality the way older children can. They are also at peak magical thinking age, which means they are most at risk of believing they caused this. The answer at this age must include, explicitly, this was not because of you. The why answer itself can be one of the 3 shapes above, framed simply. Mama and Daddy weren't happy together. We tried for a long time. We decided it was better to live in 2 houses and still be a family that way. Then, often, is it because I was naughty? The answer is no, said clearly with eye contact, not into the distance. No, nothing you did cause this. This is something the grown-ups decided. You did not cause this. Ages 8 to 12. The child can now hold more nuance. They can understand that adults can love each other and still not work as partners. They can understand that things take a long time to become final. The answer can include slightly more shape. Mama and Daddy had been having a hard time for a long time. We tried things to make it work, and it didn't get better. We decided it was better to separate now than to keep going. But still, no specific reasons. No blame. No accounting for who did what. The child will sometimes push for more detail. Hold the line. This is also the age where children may start to ask sharper questions. Did Daddy have an affair? Did Mommy leave because of money? These questions come from school, from television, from friends whose parents have separated. They are not necessarily based on anything they know. Answer them honestly, but minimally. I'm not going to talk about the details. Some things are between Mama and Daddy and won't be your job to know. If something specific is true, an affair, a major event, a substance issue, there may come a time later when it makes sense to say so. Not at 9, not in a sudden moment, almost never in answer to a did daddy. That's today's piece. If it helped, the full written version, and more like it, are at CoParentSpace.com. Be gentle with yourself. I'll be here next time.